This is a video on how to get your needle unstuck. I have had this since February of this year. Um, I went to use it the other day and I realized that I wasn't getting any makeup out of it. So I did what all the other videos told me to do, take it apart, clean it out, and I've been doing the normal thing with cleaning it out, taking it apart, cleaning the needle off, whatever you had to do to keep it clean. I've been doing all that. And just the other day, I was using it, couldn't get the makeup to come out, couldn't figure out what was going on with it. I cleaned the tip off, and I realized that when I was pulling it, the trigger back, that it was not pulling the needle back as well to get the makeup out. So it wasn't letting the makeup flow through. I took the back off, and I took the locking nut off, and of course right now it's not going to be stuck because I figured out what was wrong, but I tried pulling on the needle to get it to come out and it would not budge. I thought, okay, this isn't right. Something's wrong. It might be jammed in there. I couldn't figure out what was going on. It took me an hour fiddling with the darn thing to figure out what was going on with it. So far, all the research I was doing told me nothing about cleaning the inside of this thing out right in this area. Because of using it for so long and not what I call backwashing it, it caused the makeup to actually, when you drop the makeup inside, it lets it, when you pull the trigger back, it lets it shoot that way, but when the makeup is actually sitting in the bottom of the cup, just sitting there and you're not doing anything with it, the makeup actually creeps into the hole. There's a back hole for, of course, the needle to go through the device, and the makeup was sliding into that hole and clogging it up, and it was hardening around the needle, and the needle would not move. And I did not know this, so I took a pair of pliers because I could not pull it out with my fingers. I was trying everything. So I took a pair of pliers, gripped a hold of it, and it took some force with pliers to get it to actually pull out. Well, when I got it pulled out, there was a bunch of makeup gunked on the needle itself. I cleaned the needle off. I put the needle back in there, and it would not slide smoothly at all. And it kept catching right in this area. I would take it out, I'd push it back in, and it would just kind of catch. I felt it catching right in this area. So I thought, okay, what am I going to do to clean that out, or to get that smooth? Well, what I did was I hooked the machine up, and I dropped my cleaning solution that you get with your kit. I dropped several drops into the cup, and I turned the machine on. I placed my finger over the end. I placed my thumb over the top, and keeping that off, I pulled it back, and you can hear it running, bubbling, whatever. I pulled it back, and I actually started watching some of the liquid bubbling out of the back of here, and you would not believe the makeup that came out of it with it. So there was a lot of stuffed up makeup, not only on the needle, but around in that area on the inside of the stylus. So it took several minutes to keep doing that. I kept putting several drops in there, plugging it up, pulling it back, just watching all that stuff bubble out of the back of it, and it, while I'm cleaning it out, I'm moving the needle in and out to, get the flow going and to get the makeup coming out and cleaning it out. Um, and I kept putting it back together, screwing it on, screwing the locking nut back on, and I kept playing with it while I was cleaning to make sure that whenever I got that locking nut back on there, that my trigger was actually going to catch the needle like it's supposed to and pull it back and make sure it was running smoothly. So if you got issues with your needle not moving and you can't figure out what it is, well, that might be the problem. Um, yeah, now it works just fine. So if you find your needle gets stuck, just put that solution in there, that cleaning solution that you get with your kit, run it, hook it up to your machine, get it running, and just plug up both holes, pull that trigger back, and just watch the stuff, watch the makeup and the cleaning liquid just start bubbling out of the back here. Yeah, that's about it. I've got it working fine now, but I think you probably have to clean that compartment out just as often as you do the bottom of the barrel every time you use your makeup. So that's about it for me. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was useful.